So in my class module that I have been setting up, I created the items that we needed to for assignment 4-1. So I have marketing firms research here as my assignment. So I'll open that up. I have the name of it and a brief description of what I want the students to do. If I go ahead and go into edit that, I have set up a grade down here at the bottom. I went ahead and made an assignment group, and I can show you that in my assignments tab. And so I put it under marketing section 1 since this is what that falls under. And then I'm going to display the grade as points, and I made it worth the 40 points. And then I made the submission type as online and as a file upload. And it is not a group assignment, and I assigned it to everyone. I made it due just at the end of this class, so that way as people work through stuff, they can still access it. So I made it available from this morning at 9 until the June 30th date of 11:59 p.m. So on my assignments tab here, I'll show you that I made a assignment group for marketing section 1. I think that's really important because I try to make it to where all my students go to the modules, but sometimes there's some that like to go to the individual tabs as well. So I went ahead and set up a group in that assignment so that it's a little bit easier for them to navigate. I enjoy using the assignments part of Canvas, and I like going back into here. I like where they have this description because I can describe everything as I would in a face-to-face class. And I also like that they let me have a file upload that way. They don't have to email it to me or anything else. I like them just to upload it here. That way I can use the speed grader and download those that we'll learn in the second section of this module. But this is kind of why I set it up this way. I like to have the description there, and I like to assign points. I do based on like slide numbers and that type of things, and then like I said, I like for them to upload it. I also like to how I can make it available from a certain date until a certain date. That way once I publish it, the students can see it when I've made it available from until when I've made it due. So the other thing that I did was then we were supposed to we added that assignment to our module, and I published it so that they can all see it. And then we had to create a discussion board. So this is the discussion board that I created, opening it in a new tab here so that we can see it. I have what they're supposed to talk about up here at the top. I've made when their due date is, and I made this for our first or second module. So I made the initial post is due by this date, the response is due, and I made it for a Sunday. And so if we go into edit, I changed a few of the settings that we were supposed to do. So I specified a due date. Now I did at the bottom here make it available from today until the end of the class again so that everyone could see it. I assigned different options to it. So I allowed the threaded replies. The user has to post before seeing replies. The reason I did that is that way some students look at replies to help them answer their own, and I want those students to think on their own and come up with their own ideas, as the response to this discussion board should be about their own purchases. I did enable podcast feed. I thought I never had heard of that option until watching the video, so I did like to add that in there, and then I added that it is graded. I didn't make it a group discussion because I want the whole class's input on this, not just in their groups. And then the points possible I made was 30. I wanted to display the grade as points, and then I did have it in an assignment group again just to kind of keep it a little bit more clean. And then again, I made it assigned to everyone. The due date is June 30th, availability date there as well. So that is also published in my course modules. It's published here. Again, I like the discussion boards. I like all the options that they give you because it makes the students interact in an online setting, and Canvas gives you a lot of good options and parameters to make for your students to where it's still a very structured environment for them and how they answer and how they reply to their students. So that is my assignments and discussion board assignment overview.